What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, and you know I got another banger for you. So kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So earlier we got some major news out of Austin from the Texas Longhorns All-American point guard, potential Player of the Year candidate Rory Harmon, whose season got cut short last season due to a devastating torn ACL, has worked her way back relentlessly and is now cleared to play basketball full contact. She ready to go, folks. This is major news for the Longhorns. They are arguably a top 4 team in the entire nation by all regards and going to be competing for a championship. I think a lot of that was based off of Rory Harmon's recovery and how the upperclassman All-American leader, heart and soul of this Texas Longhorn rosters will respond to the injury. And now we know she has worked her way back and she's ready to play ball, man. Last season, before she went down, she was arguably the best point guard in the nation and was in the running for Player of the Year as Texas was in that running for a #1 seed. Still ended up one of the top seeds in the entire nation in the NCAA tournament because of the development of Madison Booker, but Rory Harmon was absolutely hooping, y'all. Last year, Harmon was averaging 14.1 points, 5.6 rebounds, 7.8 assists per game, and she was shooting 52.3% from the field. She also was averaging over 3 steals a game. When you talk about putting the clamps on the opposition, Rory Harmon is that girl. She is her. And it's exciting to see, man. She's one of the most explosive players in the nation, scores it at all levels, can shoot the 3 ball, mean, devastating first step. At 5'6", can finish in traffic over the trees, has the floater, can finish, nice layup package with either hand. She's a complete player. I think what really sets her apart, though, is the court vision. We talked about the assists last year, how she runs the show, initiates the offense for this team. She is the key to the ignition, and when she went down, it felt like she was the player that they couldn't be without. Like I said, Madison Booker, the freshman going into her sophomore year, definitely stepped up and became the lead playmaker for this group. But Rory Harmon adds a completely different element. And looking at it, this is what Texas' starting lineup could look like potentially. So you got Harmon at the 1, the transfer out of Michigan who led the Wolverines in scoring last year, Layla Filia. You got Madison Booker, the superstar freshman from last year, coming back as a sophomore. And let's just say she had to grow up fast. And unfortunately, Rory Harmon had to go down last year. But it was very beneficial for Madison Booker and her development. And she has just become a all-around elite player, to be honest with y'all. They bring in Aaliyah Moore and Taylor Jones after losing some serious sides. The X factor for this group, 6th Player of the Year, in my opinion, potentially in the SEC Conference, Jordan Lee, a very standout two-way player on the wing, probably the best perimeter defender in this freshman class coming in. I think she's going to be big time, hard-nosed, plays hard, and is coming from a winning pedigree. Shea Holly, the sniper from deep. You got Kyla Oldecree and Brianna Preston. Now, ceiling, I agree, national champion. Floor, Elite 8. Anything but a championship, I think, should be a disappointment. It gets interesting this year, though, with Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC. They got to see that juggernaut down in Columbia, South Carolina, Don Staley's bunch, the Gamecocks twice next season. Also, you still got LSU in there, Ole Miss, Kentucky. Oklahoma's coming to town as well, among other teams. So the SEC is going to be an absolute gauntlet. But having the Longhorns at full strength definitely makes them the biggest threat, without a doubt, to South Carolina in the SEC. No shade to LSU. I think this is major news. This is a championship team. They're built with depth. They've got speed. They've got a lot of firepower in that offense. And the biggest domino, they just got their senior leader back, the heart and soul of this team, their floor general. Rory Harmon is going to be in that running for Player of the Year. She may be the best point guard coming back. I know Georgia Moore is going to have something to say about that, as well as Lucy Olsen and some other guards. But Rory Harmon fits this team. She fits this mentality, and she was super supportive of this group, even on the sidelines when she couldn't play. So I know she's going to come back hungrier, and I'm expecting a revenge tour-like season for her. And watch out for Texas, man. Don't be surprised to see the Longhorns playing for the big thing, the big title, the Natty, at season's end come April, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Talk to me. Let me know. Holler at me. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up with the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Much love, everybody. And until next time, we out.